What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I want to talk about both silver and gold. And before we can even get into the silver and gold, I also wanted to talk about the massive storm that just hit the Northeast last night, and it's causing gas prices to go up even higher from where they already are. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts, and a whole lot more. And of course, make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer one friend, and they're going to give you 10 free stocks. For the referral, refer 3 friends by the end of the month, and they're going to give you a spin on the Webull wheel, which gives you at least 1 free share of Apple with a chance of winning all the way up to 15 free shares of Apple. Everything will be linked in the description. So today is Tuesday, April 19th, 2022. With the current date, I can't believe we're even going to be talking about snow, but hey, it is what it is. The spot price of silver, as I'm recording the video, is $25.82. It's down 2 cents, or down 0.08%. Very mild day for the beautiful white metal so far. Spot price of gold is $1966.30. It's down $12.40, or down 0.63%. It's down just a hair. And of course, the gold to silver ratio is in the 76-to-1 range, but of course that's as I'm filming the video at like 9 o'clock in the morning, not as I'm editing, posting, or as you're watching. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. Alright, so today I do want to talk about the silver and I do want to talk about the gold. But before we can even get into the precious metals, I was originally going to talk about the coming technical economic recession and how I'm bracing for it and some of the steps that I've been taking. I had a whole video planned out, but I guess that can wait until tomorrow, because when I woke up this morning, checked my phone, and I saw a picture that a couple of my friends sent me. 13 inches of snow that they got in the middle of April. I didn't even know that there was apparently supposed to be a snowstorm, but surprise, surprise. So I wanted to acknowledge the deadly snowstorm that blasted the Northeast last night and offer what I consider to be a helpful suggestion. So here in New Jersey, I don't think we even got a single flake of snow. We got a lot of rain, but a lot of people in states like New York and Pennsylvania woke up to over a foot of snow and no power this morning. According to CBS Mornings, a deadly winter-like nor'easter swept from Michigan to New York overnight, bringing snow, sleet, and heavy rain to much of the Northeast. I'm going to play a quick clip from the Weather Channel's Jim Cantori breaking it down, and to avoid copyright issues, I have to adjust the speed a little bit. Bear with me, but check this out.
Holy smokes, Nate. In 24 hours, we have jumped right back into winter. What a huge change in Boston from what was a great Patriots day in terms of the weather. Now we've gotten into wind and rain. I mean, it's hard to stand up out there. Look at this big storm working its way north with rain and wind on the east side. We got big snow on the west side. We've already got over a foot in many areas. We're going to go to 18 before all is said and done. We've got power outages that have topped 250,000 customers because of both the wind and the snow, which continues to pile up into we even got thunder snow in the Adirondacks. So some of these areas that have gotten the big amounts, we're going to top out at about 18 before all is said and done. More to come today. Snow showers all the way down through West Virginia before things begin to pull out and we get back to where we should be tomorrow.
But the craziest part of all of this isn't the fact that we got hit with snow in the middle of April. After Easter, we got a massive, massive snowstorm. Not just a couple of flakes of snow, but a whole friggin' snowstorm. That's not even the craziest part. The craziest part is this. Over 250,000 customers in the Northeast lost power due to all of this. And natural gas producers were obviously not ready. Now we know that prices are already sky high, but natural gas just spiked to a 14-year high over this, while oil prices are continuing to climb and there's an expected surge in prices at the gas station coming up very, very soon. So I hope everyone's staying safe out there. And I know that this is not a full-on solution to the problem, but I just so happen to know that people are looking for ways to save money during these inflationary times. They're desperately trying to save money during these inflationary times. So Here's a little life hack, something that I've been doing for the last couple of years. If you want to save 5 to 10% at the gas station for the next 2.5 months, make sure you use your Discover It cashback card between right now and the end of June. The card offers rotating quarterly categories, and this quarter's category is 5% cashback at gas stations. But if it's your first year with the card, they match your cashback at the end of your first year, which brings that 5% up to 10%. So if you want the card and you don't already have one, make sure you apply through someone's referral link. It doesn't have to be mine, but make sure you use somebody's referral link. If you don't use a link, all you get is the card if you get approved. If you use somebody's referral link, you get the card if you're approved, and you also get a $100 statement credit, which is $100 you can spend without having to pay back. It's almost like a $100 gift card. If you don't know anybody with the card, you're more than welcome to use mine. I will leave it linked in the description. And fun fact, the next quarterly category for Q3, which is July, August, and September, will be 5 to 10% cash back on PayPal transactions, which means almost anything that you buy online, such as, I don't know, silver and gold perhaps, 5% back on stacking, 10% back on stacking if it's your first year with the card. Link in the description. Happy stacking and happy gassing up the car, I guess. But anyway, moving away from that, since we're now talking about the silver and gold, we have a nice little selection on screen right here. We have a Type 1 Silver Eagle. We have a Type 2 Silver Eagle. We have a Maple Leaf. We have a Kangaroo. We have a 1 ounce Westminster bar. We have a 5 ounce Sunshine bar. We have a 10 ounce Bull bar. We have a Queen's Beast Greyhound, a Queen's Beast Yale. We have a nice bag of 90% junk constitutional silver. Each and every one of these coins right here, you could probably tell, Washington quarters. We have underneath this little pile of gold a 5 ounce Aztec calendar round. We have a Creatures of the North Kraken, a Creatures of the North Werewolf, and then of course we have a 1/4 ounce Philharmonic, a 10th ounce Britannia, 10th ounce Philharmonic, 10th ounce Maple, 10th ounce Eagle, and 10th ounce Krugerrand. And then of course over here, out of frame, a 10th ounce Kookaburra, because it's in an awkward airtight, so it never really fits on screen. But we have a nice little selection of silver and gold right here. And like I said before, originally I wanted to talk about the coming technical economic recession. I'm going to save that for tomorrow's video, but since we're kind of alluding to that a little bit, and since that is what I originally wanted to talk about, I wanted to kind of acknowledge the fact that silver and gold do an incredible job during times like these, during inflationary times, during recessionary times. These times right here, the tough times, are typically when silver and gold do the best. Now, like I showed in the beginning of the video, the spot price of silver and gold, sure, they got off to a little bit of a red start. They're down just a hair, but guess what? Yesterday they leaped up quite a bit, and last week they climbed as well. There's going to be little micro dips along the way, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if silver and gold tend to move up in an upward direction throughout the course of the day, or at least later this week. I'm actually kind of anticipating that. And the way the stock market is moving right now, I believe it might be a green day today so far, but yesterday was a red day. Last week was a pretty red week. For example, it was actually only a 4-day week because Friday was a holiday, but of the 4 days that the market was open, 3 of those 4 days were red. And then the beginning of this week, we got off to a red start. Today, I believe it's green so far. Again, I'm filming this video at like 9:30 in the morning, something like that. So God only knows what the rest of the day is going to bring us. But point being is, I believe the markets are pricing in a technical economic recession. We'll get more into that in tomorrow's video. But usually when the market prices in a technical economic recession, or when the market prices in really any form of bad news, it's like a mirror image to silver, because silver and gold typically do the opposite. It's a pretty good indicator. When you see the stock market going up at a pretty quick pace, it usually means silver and gold's going to get smacked down, and vice versa. When the stock market is nosediving, or at least just on a steady decline, it's usually when silver and gold do pretty well. And right now, that seems to be the case. Last week, the stock market was moving in a downward direction. The beginning of this week, it continued moving in a downward direction, and coincidentally, the whole time that the stock market was going downwards, silver and gold have been climbing up. Silver climbed up into the $26 an ounce range yesterday. It's down just a hair today, but point being is silver's up right now, gold is up right now, and I think right now might be the time that people are either parting ways with some of their assets. Maybe they're liquidating some of their holdings. Maybe they're cashing out, or maybe they're just taking some of their cash reserves and injecting some of that purchasing power or injecting some of that value into silver and gold. Now, if I had to guess, I think people would probably prefer gold over silver. That just typically is the case. Those of us who are stacking, like long-term stacking, committed to the precious metals, many of us thoroughly enjoy stacking silver. We're quite fond of silver. But for the people that are looking for stability during times of economic instability, gold is usually the favored metal. And that's because gold is typically the more stable metal between the two. Now, what's interesting about both silver and gold is they bring something different to the table. They each have their pros, they each have their cons, and I've been saying it for a couple of years now, that if you're stacking both of the metals, in my opinion, it's almost as though you're canceling out the cons with the other one's pros. Each metal, it's like a balancing act. And what's cool about it is gold offers us a little bit more stability, but unfortunately it doesn't really offer us all that much growth potential. I believe it will continue to grow, especially as the dollar bill continues to dwindle away, at least the purchasing power, that is. I believe the gold will continue to provide us with stability, but I do not believe gold is going to move at any rapid pace. I don't see that in the future. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it'll continue on an upward trajectory, but I don't think it's going to move all that quick. Meanwhile, on the other hand, I think silver has plenty of growth potential. I think silver is the opportunity metal. I think it has a lot of room to grow and perform over time. And I think that it can. I think that it will. We've seen silver jump all the way up to $50 an ounce in the past. Premiums excluded, by the way. Metaphorically speaking, if it happened yesterday, it can happen again tomorrow. I do believe silver is eventually going to climb its way back up into the $50 an ounce range, maybe even beyond, maybe even 60, maybe even 70. We might see some all-time highs for silver. With the way things are going right now, it wouldn't be a bit of a surprise. And it's already happened. That's the reason I have conviction in that right there. I'm not just saying random numbers just for the sake of saying random numbers. We've already seen the numbers. They're not random. I believe silver has plenty of room to grow and perform over time. Same goes for gold, but I think silver can double in value from where it's at right now a lot quicker than gold can. Because remember, silver right now is about roughly $25, $26 an ounce. For it to double in value, all it would need to do is go back to $50, which it's already done. For gold to double in value, it would have to go up all the way to just a hair under $4,000, a number that we've never seen from gold. Is it possible? Absolutely. Will it happen? I'm not sure. Later down the road, I'm sure eventually it'll get to that point. I'm not expecting that anytime in the near future. I don't know if I even expect that during my lifetime. But point being is, which do you think is more realistic to happen in a short window of time? Let's call it 3 months. Which metal do you think can double in value in 3 months? Not which one do you think is absolutely going to, but which one do you think is more likely, or which one do you think has the ability to do so in such a small window of time? What sounds more realistic to you? Silver jumping up from $25, $26 all the way up to $50 in 3 months? Or gold below $2,000 going up all the way to almost $4,000 an ounce? Your opinion might be different than mine, and that's perfectly okay. I personally think it's far more realistic to believe that silver has a better chance of doubling in value in a short window of time. But anyway, point being, that's the pro for silver. Far more growth opportunity, a lot more room to perform, especially in a short window of time, but even more so during an extended period of time. But unfortunately, silver is a lot more volatile. Like I said, silver and gold, they both have their pros and their cons. The pro for gold, stability. The con for gold, slower growth. Silver, on the other hand, the pro is a lot more growth potential. The con is all that volatility. The pros and the cons. But guess what happens if you're stacking both metals at the same time? I believe the pros cancel out the other one's cons. I think you're getting the best of both worlds if you're stacking both when it comes to financial defense, that is. This right here, all the silver, all the gold that you see on screen, this is just a way of playing financial defense. If you want to play financial offense by running or operating a business or investing in stocks or buying real estate, that's financial offense. That's a completely different game. There's financial defense and there's financial offense. If you want to really get the best of both worlds, you got to play financial defense and offense. I had noticed that a lot of people who watch my videos exclusively play financial defense. But guess what? There are a lot of people out there that exclusively play financial offense. I'm a big believer in playing both, and I don't pick and choose which one I want to focus on. That 100% depends on what else is going on in the world and what everybody else is doing. As a contrarian, I like to evaluate what everybody else is doing. See, here's the difference between myself and a lot of the other people out there. Everybody pays attention to what everyone is doing. Most of the people pay attention to what everyone else is doing so that they can follow the leader. Sheep running with the herd. I like to do the polar opposite. The reason I pay attention to what everybody else is doing, the reason I'm nosy, the reason I'm all up in everybody's business trying to figure out exactly what they're doing is so that I know to do the polar opposite. If they're rallying into this, I know to stay as far away from it as possible and to dive into what's being neglected, what's off of everybody's radar. And right now, during inflationary times, recessionary times, I personally believe that silver and gold is probably on the radar right now, especially gold. I don't think people are rallying into silver and gold right now, but I definitely believe that the precious metals are on the radar. I definitely believe that people are a little bit hesitant or a little bit standoffish when it comes to playing financial offense right now. Now, again, most people that are playing financial offense are exclusively playing financial offense and couldn't even care less about silver and gold. There are a small portion that do care about silver and gold, mostly gold. But most of the people out there, when it's time for them to stop playing financial offense, they just sit on the bench. They just wait on the sidelines. They don't stay productive. They don't stay busy. They don't go into financial defense mode. They go into break time mode. It's halftime for them. They don't worry about other asset classes. They don't worry about other forms of financial preparation. They sit there waiting. They wait for everyone else to start rallying back into the market again, and then they can just dive back in without doing any research. They just pay attention to what everybody else is doing, and they play copycat. That's how, unfortunately, that's how a lot of people make their financial decisions nowadays. They just watch videos, or they look at pictures, or they follow people on social media and say, oh, what's that guy doing? I'm not going to do any research. I'm just going to do exactly what he does. And, if something goes wrong, I'll just blame him. That's what people do nowadays. Is it smart? Is it healthy? Absolutely not, but it is what it is. I pay attention to what everybody else is doing, so I know to do the exact opposite. As a contrarian, that makes the most sense. I've been doing this for about 4.5 years at this point, and all of the financial defense that I've played when the stock market was soaring did me very well. All of the financial offense that I played when the stock market was crashing did me great as well. Financial offense versus financial defense, making my decisions mostly based on what everybody else is not doing. I stay as far away from the trends, stay as far away from the rallies. I do the opposite, and it's been 4.5 years, and it's worked out in my favor pretty much every single time. Almost every decision I've made has done incredible numbers for me. So call me crazy, but if it works, I'm going to keep doing it. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to financial offense versus defense, which are you playing right now? When it comes to silver versus gold, most of us are probably stacking both metals, but which one between the two makes more sense to be focusing on right now? And of course, to the massive snowstorm, blizzard, nor'easter that we got in the middle of April. Do you live in the Northeast? If so, did you get hit or blasted with any amount of snow? And regardless of where you are in the country, I guess more specifically the Northeast, but I guess it can go for anywhere, have you noticed a surge in gas prices in the last 24 hours? We know that the prices of everything have been surging for a very long time now. Months and months and months now, everything has been on the rise. But have you noticed an even bigger surge due to this storm? Head on down to the comments and let me know. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. We got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs in a bunch of different designs. A lot of the products are helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for different charity organizations, by the way. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. Every Saturday morning I post a brand new adventure vlog, and there are a ton of other perks as well. VIP Club link in the description. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. And of course, last but certainly not least, make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Normally it's 2 free stocks. They bumped it up to 5 for this month only, so capitalize on that while you can. You can deposit as little as a penny and it still works. You still get your free stocks. I know, because that's what I did. If you refer one friend, Webull's going to give you 10 free stocks for the referral. This is super limited time only. It's part of their advertising budget. Rather than wasting currency on billboards and TV commercials, they reward their users for helping them build their app with them. And of course, if you refer 3 friends, by the end of the month, Webull's going to give you a spin on the spin wheel, which guarantees you at least 1 free share of Apple, worth somewhere between $160 and $170 right now, with the chance of winning 2, 3, 5, 7, maybe even 15 free shares of Apple each, worth somewhere between $160 and $170 right now. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. They're free. And then you can go and sell the stocks if you want, and if you do so, congratulations, now you have the cash to go and get you some silver and gold if that's what you want. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. And of course, friendly reminder, if you don't already have the Discover It cashback card, 5 to 10% cashback at the gas station in Q2, and then coming up 5 to 10% cashback on PayPal transactions, aka everything on eBay, most things on the internet such as silver and gold. You save a ton of currency stacking the money, you save a ton of currency gassing up the car, which is something that you have to do anyway, so why not save a little bit? Use somebody's referral link. If you don't know anybody with a referral link, you're more than welcome to use mine. The link will be in the description. If you get approved, we each get a $100 statement credit. Link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, when it comes to everything I shared in today's video, when it comes to the massive snowstorm that we just got hit with, or much of the Northeast got hit with. What are your thoughts on that right there? Were you affected in any way, shape, or form? Were you impacted by that? If so, or if not, have you noticed a surge in gas prices, especially within the last 24 hours? And of course, when it comes to the silver and gold, what are your thoughts on my stacking concept between playing financial offense and financial defense, really depending on what everybody else is doing? If they're rallying into one thing, I'll focus on the other. If they come over to what I'm focusing on, I'll jump over there to what they're ignoring or what's off of everybody's radar. And then when it comes to silver versus gold, do you believe the same thing I believe, that by stacking both metals, being that they each have their pros and their cons, if you stack them both, do you believe that the pros outweigh the other one's cons and cancel them out? To some degree, maybe not exactly, but you know what I'm saying. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.